Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your third show of the day here at Highlight Crafts. I'm really excited. We're taking you through candle making for Christmas. I'm going to share with you, though, the brand new moulds you were shopping ahead for this morning, okay? The snowmen and the owls, which were the brand new feature of today's show, have sold out. They've gone, okay? We still have loads more on the show for you, though. We've got the best prices we've ever done on our Christmas tree candle moulds. So you might want to stock up on this as well because we've got this at a fabulous price for you. We've got the melting pot as well back in stock. We've got wax melt containers. We've got candle paints in all of the colours as well for the show. So we have got loads to share with you during this hour. We've even got all of the mica powders too. So there's lots to go through. There's lots to share with you. We've even got all of the candle dyes too. So all of the candle dyes we have on the show to look forward to. So I do apologise. But that means that you've all got what you wanted, I hope. A lot of you, of course, may still be wanting those Christmas moulds. The team are working on getting those back in stock. I do apologise about my nose, if any of you noticed that I'm taking a pause between talking sometimes. When you talk a lot, okay, I'm going to share this with you. When you talk consistently, because I'm on my own for this show, when you talk a lot, sometimes you don't get enough oxygen into your system, and my nose is blocked, so I can't breathe in whilst I'm talking at the same time. So yeah, I have to come up for air every now and again, and if you don't talk, it makes you go lightheaded a little bit. So bear with me, okay? It's just hay fever. That's all it is. So we've got a wonderful show to take you through. Just before I do go into all of the different items on the show that we have for you today, just going to very quickly and very briefly share with you how to actually shop with us here at Highlight Crafts live shopping, because it's incredibly easy, it's super fun, and it's really simple as well. So throughout the show, all of our items will have a code. Now, for every single item that's got that code, all you need to do is type it into the comments section. So we're streaming live on Facebook and Instagram, and in those sections where the live stream is, there will be a comments section. Now, in the comments section, all you need to do is type in the codes that we share with you. So, for example, your first one of today, which is Shop Mould, that's going to get you your candle wax and your mould tray. That there for you is just £17.99. It's at a great price for you. The candle wax itself, I think, is usually around about £15. So type in Shop Mould into the comments section. We'll automatically add it to your basket for you, okay? Now, once that's added into your basket, you will receive a direct message. Now, in that direct message, there will be a link with your reservation. And then as soon as you receive that message, you can go straight on over to it, click on the link that we've sent you, and it will redirect you over to the Highlight Crafts website, okay? So when you get to the website, all you need to do then is check out your order. But before you check out, you need to make sure to log into your account, okay? So log into your account. As a Highlight Crafts Club member, you're going to get additional discounts on every single purchase that you make. Along with those additional discounts, you're also going to get points, and you're also going to get free postage when you spend over £35, which is amazing. All of those benefits you get for free because it's free to be a member. You don't pay monthly. It's not a subscription. You can cancel at any point, but you get to look forward to all of the benefits being a club member. We're also streaming live on the website, so you can join us there. You can shop ahead, which I know a lot of you have been doing because you all shopped ahead for those fabulous Christmas moulds already. I'm really excited though because we've got the Christmas trees at a great price, the lowest price I've ever been on, and we've got the melting pot back for you. I'm going to get to all of that in a minute. I'm going to start off with sharing with you the most important part about candle making, and that's the wax itself. Okay, now you're actually getting an incredible deal here. You can see that just while you're having a look at those, I'm going to grab something. You have got Shop Mould is going to get you your silicone tray with holder to make your actual wax melts, or of course for extra wax, with the scoop. You're going to get that, and you're also going to get 500 grams of your creative soy wax. Now inside here, the way that this works is you can fill the top section here with wax. So you make all different cubed wax melts. So you can do them in any colour that you want to, like an ice cube tray. So you make all these little blocks and then they go straight into your wax melt pots. Or you can do individual little candles with them. You could take this out if you don't want to keep it in there. But then you get the scoop and you get to fill this bag into this tray, meaning that when you're making your candles, it's all kept in one place, making it incredibly easy to work with. It means candle making is fun, it's relaxing, you've got the storage for it as well. This unit itself is designed to be food safe. So if you didn't want to use it for your candle making, you wanted to use it for ice, for chocolate making, for setting frozen fruit inside here, for your cocktails, all that sort of stuff, you could do that as well. It's entirely up to you. But you're getting that entire tray unit for you, included with the bag of wax. Now, this is soy wax, and the difference between soy wax and a standard paraffin wax is that it's softer, it's environmentally friendly, it's water soluble, it burns with a rate of 90% less soot. So if you've ever had candles at home and they've burned and the wicks have got quite long and they've mushroomed it towards the top, and you've got like a plume of black smoke on the wall, or you could wipe your finger and you can create a mark, that's because there's soot coming from those candles. You have to trim your wicks, but you also have to make sure that you're using a suitable wax. Now, soy wax will reduce that by over 90%. It's also, as I said, it's derived from the soybeans, so it's environmentally friendly, it's eco-friendly, it's got a lovely cream base to it, so it's not stark white, it's got a wonderful cream base, which means when you add in things like your colours, you're going to be able to pigment it really, really easily. You're going to get 500 grams inside there though. That's a lot of soy wax, a lot of wax to play with. This is shop mould because you're going to get the mould and the wax together. It is just £17.99 for this one, so incredible price for this. It's a great way to stock up on an extra bag of wax and get this essential tool here for next to nothing, okay? I love this piece of equipment. I have it out all the time when I'm making my candles. It just means all the wax stays in one place and then I can dispose of the bag. It is a resealable bag, so if you had an extra, you wanted to keep some in here, you can do. But it's great. Also, if you're filling a candle mould and you've got and the mould's full and you've got a tiny bit of wax left, just pour it into one of these cubes and then you can pop it out and re-melt it down. It's as easy as that, I know. Right, okay, so I'm going to share with you the mould really quickly, okay, because this mould for you, I was going to come to it towards the end of the show, but it's at an incredible price. Now this has come right down to its lowest price ever at £10.99. This is your Christmas tree double pack mould. You're getting your smaller Christmas tree here. They're a spiral mould, okay, so they look exquisite. And you're getting your larger Christmas tree as well. Now, this is shop tree. It's £10.99. It's come right down in price. But that means you can make fabulous Christmas tree candles like this. Isn't that wonderful? Now, I've painted this with the candle paint that's on the show, which makes them just look absolutely beautiful, incredibly metallic, super, super gorgeous. But you get all of these swirled ridges. So you can see this additionally, I added pink candle dye to it and then I wanted to paint it. So I gave it a coat of the candle paint and they just look wonderful. Now, those Christmas tree molds, if you've already got a set of these, I would always suggest that with every mold that you've got to buy 2 of them. For one, it means you could keep one for food. So you could make chocolate out of these, you could make desserts from them for your Christmas dining tables, they would look exquisite. But you could also use one for your resin castings. So I'm going to demold the one that we did yesterday, because I put lights inside it with the resin. So I'm going to demold that one for you. But it also means that you can have multiple on the go. So you can cast ones, you can fill them, you can have some setting, you can have some curing, you can a little bit of a production line. So that there for you is shop tree, £10.99 for your 2-pack of your Christmas tree moulds. Now, you might be thinking, well, how many candles will I get out of this? Well, this bag alone, I think, will do around 4 or 5 of the smaller tree, and it will do a couple of the big ones. So you can see how far it goes, okay? And it's a great way to get started. I'm then going to take you to the star of the show, which is our Melt Pot Bundle, okay? This is Shop Melt. It gives you everything that you need. Now, the price for this is just ridiculous. It's £59.99. I'm going to talk you through exactly what you get and why you get it and what it does inside this kit. First off, you're getting the melting pot. It comes with the lid with a breathe hole in there as well. And you've got your UK plug electronic cable. That just sits into here and disconnects easily for when you need to pour into your moulds and decant it out. It's got a non-stick interior as well here, so it means you always use it with wooden utensils. You don't want to use metal on metal. So standard wooden stirring spoon or the spatula provided, okay? So you're going to get, with your melting pot, a 2 heat setting. Now for soy wax, it melts at a lower temperature, so you should never need to exceed this one on the front. You also get a thermometer gauge inside here as well, so you can read the temperature. All of that to come. But you're going to start off with your melting pot with the cable. It does come with a full instruction list sheet as well. So that's your first piece of equipment that's vital. You're then also going to get your thermometer. This is going to read the temperature. Now, soy wax melts at about 45 degrees, so a low melting point, but it of course will mean that when you're pouring your moulds or adding oils or colours, you want to stay within certain guidelines. Now you literally just turn it on like that and you take it to whatever surface. You can change it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So let's put it to Celsius. And of course, if I wrap my hand around there, it's going to slightly change the temperature. You can see it's gone up to 21.6. It's going up in temperature. I wonder how high it'll go. This will be the point during the show where I realise I've got a temperature. But you can see it's going up there. So that then means you can read the temperature of your wax. Keep the safety cap on the top there because it is quite sharp. You then get inside here tons of wicks. I think there's about 50 wicks inside there for you. They're pre-wax wicks. And along with the wicks, you do also get the stickers. These are the sticker pads. Now these will go into the bottom of your glass jars, things like that, for you to make candles from scratch. And you also get your wick placer. Now this is because, and this is such a good tool, I love this. When you take your wick like this, and you've got your sticky pad on the bottom, if you've got a tall, narrow glass jar that you're making a candle from, it can be tricky to line it up. So all you do is you take this, thread it through like that, and then you go straight to the candle and pop it in, and you can push it down and actually stick it in place. This allows you to create the pressure, because if you were to try and push that in place and stick it, the wick's just going to bend. So having the wick placer over the top allows you to really push that down and stick it into place. Fabulous little tool, great invention. Whoever came up with that is fabulous. So you're going to get that as well. You're also going to get all of these. Now these sit on the top of your molds or your candle jars, meaning you can place your wicks and it stabilizes them so the wick doesn't fall over whilst the candle's setting. Sticky pads, candle wicks, spatula for stirring and mixing, thermometer, wick placer, wick anchors, and the melting pot, all as one bundle price for you. Shop Melt. It is just £59.99. That's an incredible price. Remember, your club discount is going to come off that price at checkout as well, which is phenomenal. When we first launched the melting pot kit, it sold out. When we had it back, it sold out again. It's sold out so many times now. We've got it back, especially for our candle making shows. You can also use this for soap making, for food crafts, so you can use it for lots of different things, but it is designed here today for your candle melting, okay? Use it for your soaps as well. Mel and Stephanie have been using these for soaps. They're brilliant. It does have the spout on it as well, which makes it incredibly easy to pour into different intricate molds as well. So with that, all together, Shop Melt is exactly what you need if you want to create what we're doing today. We've then got for you here a set of 3. Now they're all individuals, but you're going to get, I think, is it 20 per set. Now we're starting off with the hearts. This is Shop. Let's have a little look. So we're going to have a look at the code for this one, which is Shop Heart. There we go. Shop Heart is your wax melt case. You can get 6 hearts in each one. Okay. These are fabulous. Now with them, you get to actually crimp it together, so you fill it with wax, you fold it over, and that's it, you've made your wax melts. Then you can make and sell these. They go into a burner. You could also use them for chocolates, really cute gifts too. On Minecraft Studio, you could print your sticker or your label out that sits on the front, add some florals or ribbons as embellishments on the top of it. They're brilliant. I'm so glad we started doing these. And they're only $14.99 for them. I think you get 20 in total, I think, inside there, which is a fabulous amount considering the price. We then also have your round ones. These here are with this Shop Round. Now Shop Round for you, again, is $14.99. Should be, well, it's come down in price, down to $14.99. You can see as well, you literally take one out like this, and again, fill it with your chosen wax that you're working with. You want to make sure it's 50 degrees or less when pouring into these so you don't melt the plastic. Crimps together, and then you can pop your ribbons on it. What a great idea. And of course, with ones like this, you can put little dried flowers into them, you can put embellishments into them, all that sort of stuff. Full pack of those again, 20 there. And then you've got your square ones. Now this one here is Shop Case. This is the original one we started seeing again. You're getting 20 inside here. This one is going to provide you with fabulous little wax melts. This is how you buy them from the shops. And we've got the kits so you can create that at home. I mean, you can make as little or as many as you want, add your oils and your scents and your colours to them, and you get to enjoy the fragrance of the wax melt that you created, but then you get to enjoy it in your own home. And we do have a question coming through on the old tablet, so I'm going to go and grab it and have a little look. Let's see. I've got wax on my fingers and my hands are all slippery. Good morning to you, Lisa. Says, hi, how do you put the wicks in the Christmas tree mold, please? I'm going to show you how to do that. It's really, really quick and easy. To be able to work with the wicks inside your Christmas tree molds, you're going to need this, okay? And this is your wick accessory kit. Now, There is different wicks for different molds. Your metal-based waxed wicks, which are these ones here, which are pre-threaded, are for things like candle jars or vessels that you're going to be filling. When you're working with a silica mold, you need a piercing tool and a thread wick, okay? And it also comes with a stabilizer. Now, the entire kit for you is going to come for just £4.99. But this is fundamental when working with silicone molds. It's the first thing I'm going to demo when I go straight over to the counter. So stay with me, Lisa. I will show you how to use this. But for £4.99, you will be able to then use the tree molds and all silicone molds, okay? So that there for you is shop. Well, for the accessory kit, £4.99. It was shop candle for that one. Sorry, guys. So what we're going to do now, shall we have a look at, let's have a look at these candle dye colours that we've got here, because we've got 2 packs of these variety colours. Now, these are vibrant. You've got a massive amount of colours. We're starting out with Shop Warm. Now, this is the first time I'm sharing these with you. With these, they're a liquid candle wax dye, okay? They are phenomenal. The colours are so bright inside here. It's completely different from using the wax chip-ins. I'm going to show you the results that you get with those. You can do marbling, you can do swirling, colour gradients, the lot. Inside there, you're going to get all of those 16 colours for $18.99. That's crazy price. The next one that we've got for you here as well is Shop Cool for your greens and your blues and your darker colours. Also $18.99 for 16 colours on there for you as well. Remember, all of these that you're adding to your baskets, you can still spread the cost. When you do go to checkout, you can spread the cost with PayPal Pay in 3 or Klarna or ClearPay, whatever payment option suits you, if you're shopping ahead for the day today. I'm very briefly just going to share with you the candle paint, then we're going to go over to demo and have a look at this, and we'll come back and go through it all again for any of you that have just joined. So your candle paints are all in different sets for you. They're all in sets of 4. I'm going to start off with the Christmas one here, which is Shop Vintage. They are beautiful colours. You can see the red on this tree here. Doesn't it just look absolutely gorgeous? They're all metallic in tone. So they're from the Dora family. We are going to be bringing you some different colours, but not metallic, later on in the year. But this is your time to get the metallics while we've got them at a great price, okay? And they're perfect for Christmas. And then we do have for you Shop Serenity, which is £18.99. They've all been brought down from £21.96, so you've got a great saving on these. Your next set in the series is Shop Heritage. Shop Heritage is also £18.99. We're then going to go to your next set, which is Shop Timeless. A wonderful set of colours here. You've got inside this one your petroleum, you've got your cyclamen, you've got aqua, and you've also got that beautiful amethyst inside there as well. And then your 5th and final set there for you is Shop Heirloom, which is incredibly opulent and very regal, with the emerald green, the rich cold blue, and then the black. Those are your candle paints. I would suggest highly popping any one of these bundles, if you can stretch to it today, into your basket. If you've not tried the candle paints yet, you're going to love them. They're going to candles, they're going to soaps, they're going to anything with a waxy surface. On soaps, you might be thinking, well, how does that work? Because they're just going to make my hands all painty. The first time you run that soap underneath the water, it washes it off the outer edge. It forms like an extra layer of soap or wax. So I'm going to go over to demo and show you how it all works, because I really want to show you, especially Lisa as well, when you mentioned about how do we use the silicone molds, because that says to me you might not have done one before. So it's really important to share that with you. Now, from that wick accessory pack, which is literally only £4.99, you're going to get just a metre, which is all you need to do lots and lots of candles, because you use probably around about 10 to 15 centimetres per candle. So you get about 10 candles out of just one strip, which is fabulous. So you're going to get a metre of the wick. And you're also going to get this, which is very important, which is your threading needle. It's an incredibly long, finely pointed needle. Remember, it is sharp as well. And all you do is you want to firstly take your eye of the needle, okay, and thread it through. So let's just thread this. There we are. So we've threaded our needle with our wick, just like that, okay, and pull it back about 1.5 inches over the eye of the needle. You're then going to take your candle molds, okay. Now this candle mold is the larger of the 2 Christmas trees, and then all you do is you take this and you go down from the opening of the mold right down to the tip top point. So you can see it's already poked through because I've used this one before. And what happens is you pierce the mold. You might think, well, surely that's the wrong thing to do because I'm putting a hole in it. The way that silicone works is if you pierce a hole in it, it will close up when you remove the pin. It like goes like this. It doesn't reseal, but it will create a suction. So it will actually create like a watertight seal. But if you forced it, it would open up again. But when you're filling it with wax or resin, it won't let any of it flood through. And if it did, it would instantly just set on the exterior and it wouldn't affect your candle. So every time you then rethread it, the needle will find that existing hole. You thread it through like this, take the needle off, keep your needle nice and safe, pull it back so you've only got around about an inch showing because that's all you need. You don't want to waste any wick. And then what you do is you're going to then take some scissors and you're going to trim the wick because you don't need to waste any to about there. And then you do have this in with the kit, and all you do is you pop it through the hole in the center just like that. And then as the candle is then setting, keep that wick centralized, and there you go. Okay, and then you fill it with wax. That is it. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get our melting pot filled with wax, and then I'm going to show you demolding the Christmas tree mold with some resin that we set yesterday during the epoxy show, because I did get some questions earlier on saying, have you demolded it? I want to see it. So I said I'd do it during the show, and we're going to do that. But firstly, with your melting pot, you can see I've got mine here, and you can get your melting pot on the show for you today. It comes with absolutely everything that you need. I'm going to start off by turning it onto the first dial. I've still got some wax left over inside here, so that's going to start to melt first. It's £59.99 for everything inside there. Your entire candle kit comes to you with the melting pot. So that's starting to warm up, and then I'm going to go and grab my pot that I took over here to share with you, which has got all of my wax pellets in it. Okay. Oh, question from Sam.
Question from Joe.
Hi, Joe.
Can you add the candle paint into the melting wax?
So the question, that's a great question. That question is coming from Joe saying, can we add our candle paint into the melted wax? Really interestingly, you can't. It doesn't work the same way as adding a paint into water. Because it's wax and not water, what happens is as you drop the paint in, it like all goes together in one little drop and it'll just settle towards the bottom. It won't mix. You could stir it all you wanted to and it will not separate. It's kind of like oil and water together. They don't mix. It's strange. They paint the candles perfectly, but no, if you were to drop the candle paint into melted wax, it'll just separate. And if you were to then pour it into a mold, I've tried it, believe me, it will all sink down to the bottom like that. And when you demold it, that there will just be wet paint. It just doesn't want to mix. It's designed for painting only, really. But great question, though. Well worth the ask. Then what I'm going to do is go with our soy wax pellets. I'm going to fill up the melting pot because already in there you can see it's pretty much melted all down in the bottom of there. It melts really quickly. So we're going to sprinkle our wax in. And the thing is with this, I rarely ever have my melting pot empty. It's always got some wax inside there, okay? It's never something I empty fully. So I end up really just always topping it up if you like. So I'm going to put a couple of scoops inside there. I might put just a little bit more in because I like to always have some left over. So we're going to let that start to melt down. Okay. Put our silicone lid back on like this. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little chap that we made yesterday and I'm going to show you this demolded. Now we set lights inside this mold. So these molds aren't just for candles, they are also for resin. So you start by folding it back. Here we go, let's fold it back like this. And it's also got metal flakes inside it. So there you go, once you've got a grip on it, it'll pop out. There we go, perfect. And then I set lights inside it too. So it lights up, just like that. How cute is this? Now we've got our little illuminated resin Christmas tree. It looks so sweet. Oh yeah, can you? Thank you, Sam. Sam's going to hit the lights for us and I'll do the big switch on.
You ready?
Go on. Oh, look how cute that is. Wow. Okay, so the lights, as I set them into it, they're all really down at the bottom. So if I was to do this again, what I probably would do was disperse the bulbs out a little bit more because obviously it's very bright. So I'll try it tricky for you to see at home, but that has lit up the entire mould. How cute is that? Love it. And then with your silicone molds, completely clean, you can go in the back in here now with your candle wax. It's entirely up to you. So what we're going to do now is we've got our mould ready. I'm also going to thread this one up because I'm going to use a smaller one as well. So let's take some wick, and then my melting pot. If you want to have another look at this here again, it's started to go. So remember, always use your silicone or the wooden spatulas. yours will come with a silicone one. So I'm just breaking that down. Now with the way that that's melting, I'm confident that I can turn that off now and the rest of that wax will melt. If not, we can always just give it a last little push with the heat, okay? So I'm going to thread this one up small. Now when you're pouring your candle moulds, it's always advised to pour it in a place where it's going to be left to dry. Of course, where I'm sat demoing right now, I'm going to be moving these moulds, but I would suggest always pouring it in a place where you can just walk away from it. Because the wax is hot, then you don't want to have to pick up that mould and carry it off later on. So again, take your needle through, feed it through the tip of the mould like this. There we go. Feed that out, and then all of that wick you want to draw back so you've got about an inch of it showing, and there you are, good to go. That wax is pretty much melted, which is perfect. Then what we're going to do is add some of our candle dye into this, okay? Now what you can do is decant a certain section out and mix that separately, so you're not having to constantly do a whole batch the same colour. So we've got our smaller tree here, and now what we're going to do is unplug our unit. So I'm just taking the plug out the back of it. Let's find it, there we go. So I always unplug it when I'm about to pour, so the cable is not tethering you. Just hold that down the side. And then we've got the wax itself. Now we're going to quickly do a temperature reading check on this. Your temperature gauge will come with that kit. So I'm just going to turn it on here. Bring it to temperature. Give it a second. There we go. Right, it's reading 20 degrees at the moment. So let's pop it inside our melting pot. And if it comes up to, because I've left this on for a while, it might come up quite high. We're going to let it cool, but we're also going to decant it. So you see it's gone to 80. Yeah, it's in the 90s. Okay, so we don't need it that hot. It's too warm. So what we're going to do instead, it's almost like boiling water. So please be really cautious when you're working with this. I'm going to pour it into a cup. Now pouring it into a cup, into a separate vessel, will instantly start to cool this down, but we can actually add our colours to it. So I'm going to pour it into this cup here. There we go, just decanting that out. And what we're going to do is then we are going to add some colour into this. So let's go into our dyes. Now these dyes are available on the show. I'm using the warm set at the moment, so we could do a lovely warm coloured Christmas tree. I'm thinking we could do it red, and then what we could do with the red is then paint it with the red candle paint in sections. So you've got red on red, which would look really, really nice. I do need to just make a little pin prick, I believe, in the top of there. And I do have my trusty pin. In fact, actually, I might be able to use the eye of my needle. Let's have a little look. See if that'll pierce it for me. I think it's not sharp enough. Don't ask why, I always have a pin in the back of my t-shirt, so I'm going to use that. There we go. Sorted. So that's done. We're going to pop our dye into our wax, and then we're just going to get our stirrer. So my lolly stick is all I'm going to use to stir this in and start to mix that there together. Look how it's now colouring all of that wax instantly. It gives you a wonderful pigmentation, this does, and it's soy wax, so it's going to be a soft colour as well. With your colours to gauge it, I would go as intense as you want it to be. You could always take a little bit of the wax out, pop it to the side and let it dry, and if the colour's not quite how you want it to be, add a little bit more. That's usually a good gauge for how much colour to add. Now with the mould itself, I'm going to pop it here on my glass mat, do one final temperature reading before we pop it in. So we're going to take our thermometer, and it will have cooled down relatively quickly. Let's have a look. So we're now at 49, 58. So now I'm at 73 from 95, so it's gone almost like 20 degrees in just a matter of a minute or so. So now I can pour. We're going to go straight into our mould, and then we're going to stabilise our wick. So we're going to pour this in. There we go. Just like that. And you want to fill it all the way to the top. Now, if you pour your wax into your mould at like over 90 degrees, it's going to be far too hot. And what you can do is scorch it, and it almost frosts the exterior of the candle. It looks like it's got sort of frosty look to it. That's because it's met that cool surface too quickly. What you can then do as this is drying is do a top up. And then as it sets, it slightly shrinks. So you might want to keep adding a little bit more wax just to top that up. And then use your gauges, your sticks that come with your kit, to actually place that over, just like that. Now any of that additional wax that you've got left over, if you pour too much out, then goes inside your tray like this, and you can make your little cube melts, or blocks of wax that you can then remelt down for the next project. Right, I'm just going to give you all a quick recap whilst that cools, and then we can move on to the next part of the project and we can paint it. Okay, so let's go and have a little look again at our kit with our products, and we've got a few more items we've not yet gone through, so we can have a look at those. So we're going to start off with shop mould. Now, shop mould comes to you for just, oh, we've gone a little bit funny. We've got landslide again, Sam. Landslide again. I love that song, Landslide. Right. Are we all right now?
Yep.
We got there. Fabulous. So, shop mould for you, £17.99 is going to get you your creative soy wax, and it's going to get you your tray. Now, it's designed as an ice cube tray initially, but you can also... Hannah's here with the mother of all gimbals. Everyone's thinking, what does that mean? We have this special device that the phone, or the camera, sorry, stays elevated on, and basically, sometimes it can go a little bit skew-if. So Hannah's here. It does look a little bit like I'm on the screen. It does look rather interesting. We're sorting it out, everybody. It does like I'm at, Emily says it looks like I'm at sea. It does actually, all over the shop. Standard. Yeah, that's just me. To be fair, are we all right? I feel like it's getting even wonkier. We're all just going. Right. Whilst they sort that out, I'm going to share with you the details, of course, of the candle wax. It is the creative soy wax. You get the 500 gram bag inside here, and you also get the silicone mold tray itself. It comes with the scoop, so you can put all your pellets into here, and then, of course, you can then very, very easily. We're just doing a camera changeover, and then you can decant it all inside here, and you're good to go. Right, okay, so from that we've also got the melting pot kit as well. I'm going to share this with you in a few moments' time. Whilst we do this, should we read some comments out? So let's go and grab the iPad. Sorry, Hannah, I'm coming back. Hannah's just there like... Elaine Palmer says, are you on... Yeah, great camera skills there, Hannah, thank you. Elaine Palmer says, are you on a ferry, David? I think so. Good.
No, not at all.
Everybody, that's the air vents in the ceiling. I can't wait to watch this back.
I'm so sorry. It's the only way to do it. I'm going to take this one away. This one's coming with me.
Instant sabotage. Also, I think we're good to go. But as I was reading, yes, Elaine, I think I am on a cross-channel ferry. And we've got the lovely Tracy with us as well. Hay fever wipes are good. Take them everywhere for my two. Tracy, they are as well, but they take off the concealer at the same time. So it's it's a fighting battle that we've got here today, and I don't look out the window unless I've got concealer on. Okay, Pat Musset as well. Good morning to you, David. Have you tried Benadryl Plus? It's the only one that works for my husband and daughter. Pat, I did. I actually started on that one, but I think I built up an immunity to it. Let's have a look. Pauline says, David, have you got a snowman demolder, please, so that I can see what I have bought? Oh, we're going to put loads of photos up of them on social so you can see them. Unfortunately, they did go. That snowman, though, I love it. I love it so much. It's such a good mould. If you did manage to get hold of it, congratulations. You are very, very lucky. They went like this. They went straight away. We just didn't have enough, I'm afraid. David had a bit of Vaseline under each nostril to stop pollen. It works. I have bad hay fever and I use Vaseline. It helps. Great tip, Karen. Thank you very much. Lots of questions and comments coming through about the hay fever. So this is all about your Christmas candle making. I'm going to share with you the wax melt pot because this is an incredible deal. This is what you need. This is all you need to get your candle making going. You don't want to use a saucepan that's from the kitchen. You don't want to use your favourite Pyrex that you get on a Sunday for that gravy. You want to use the melting pot that's designed to do the job. It's easy clean, it's easy to work with, it's safe, it's exactly how candle making should be done. You're going to get the melting pot, okay, to start with. Now, it comes with the lid for safety. I would always suggest that when you're doing your candle making and you've got melted wax inside here, keep the lid retained on here. It stops anything falling in. but it also stops, for example, if you melt down wax, like a large amount of pellets, you use it and you've got a little bit left over and you let it dry inside here, that's fine. It can dry inside the melting pot. But when you turn it back on, because at the base of here is where the heating element is, it's going to melt that wax from bottom up. So you essentially have a film of dry wax with melted wax underneath. Now, what can happen is if a little tiny hole forms in the top of that wax, it can sort of spray through. And I've seen it happen, and you want to make sure the lid is kept on because that wax is hot. Okay, it's kind of like, imagine a pond with a frozen top to it. That's how it creates. So you want to make sure you've always got the lid on when you're melting. You're going to get the power cord, UK for this one, I'm afraid, and the lid. 2 heat settings on here. You should only ever need to use heat setting number 1 with soy wax. Might be higher if you want to use paraffin wax. You're then also going to get your stabilizing sticks. These are for all your candle molds and your jars, things like that. If you're refilling candle jars that you've bought, or anything like a china cup, anything that's safe for you to make candles in, you're going to use those across the top to stabilize that wick. Talking of stabilizing the wick, you've also got your wick placer. This allows you to take that wick directly to the bottom of those jars once you've got the sticky pad on there, like this. So you take it through and it goes straight down, and then you can actually push it in place to create a good adhesion from the base of your wick. Now they come in a massive pack inside this kit for you. You're going to get the wick placement and a ton of wicks. You get your thermometer gauge as well, which is fabulous. You get your silicone spatula to mix it all together and clean, and all the sticky pads and instructions. All of that, the entire kit, the melting pot with all accessories, is going to come to you for just £59.99. It's shop melt for that one. Please don't miss out on it. It's a fabulous piece of equipment. The Christmas tree molds that I used at the start of the show are now at their lowest price they have ever been. This here for you is shop tree. You're going to get your smaller Christmas tree and your large one. You're going to get the bundle of both of those there together. Spiralized trees, they look phenomenal. These look great around the home. Imagine your fireplace covered in these for Christmas. They're going to look brilliant. And they're down to just £10.99 today for 2 Christmas tree molds. Now, as we said earlier, you can use these with food crafts if you wanted to make chocolates inside them, which would look, I mean, could you imagine if you melted, okay, so do this. Melt it down with chocolate, melt chocolate down, fill the whole mold with melted chocolate, let it set, demold it, pop it upright on the plate and dust it with icing sugar, okay, over the top so it dusts the whole top of it, and then round the plate put a drizzle of melted chocolate, and then you've got a fabulous chocolate dessert. Or you could make a shell of it if you wanted to and fill it with mousse. I don't know, whatever you want to do. But you're going to get both of those inside there. Perfect for resin, for candles, for soaps, whatever you want to do. You could do your Christmas soaps with this. You could do double looped wicks where you make soap on a rope. You name it. You could make Christmas tree ornaments as well. Maybe you're going to make one for each day that's going to be a wonderful candle, and you burn it as an advent calendar through December. So then, from there, with your best price ever on your molds, we do also have for you the 2 sets of colours, okay? So we've got your candle dyes, we've got your brighter set, which is your shop warm, for $18.99 for 16 colours. Orange, pinks, yellows, bright yellows, neon colours, all of those 16 colours in there for you. And you saw how easy it was to just add like 2 or 3 little tiny drops into that candle wax and melt it down. You also have Shop Cool, and this Shop Cool comes with all of your darker tones such as your greens, purples, blues, lilacs, all of that sort of stuff inside here, and the black for you. Black candle wax, I know, right? You can do some incredible assortments of colour in there. That one is also $18.99. We do have the wax melt trays. I think next what I'll do is I'll try and make one of these for you. So with your wax melt trays, you have got, to start with, Shop Heart. We've got the heart-shaped ones there. You can use these for food as well, but they look great. You fill them either individually or you fill it to the whole top and create a level surface so it's like a chocolate bar and you can snap it up. This one's Shop Heart for $14.99. We've then got Shop Round. This one here for you is also $14.99. You can get 20 in each pack. We've then got Shop Case, and this one is also $14.99. Now with these, each one has 6 fillable elements inside each one. You can fill every one with a different colour. You could have dried flowers in here. You could put scents in them, oils in them, you name it. Colours, micas, the lot. Talking of micas, we do have mica powders on the show for you. Now you can add micas to candles. You just want to add a very small amount. You can dust it on the exterior. This is all of these together. Sorry, do excuse me, my nose is, I can't breathe through my nose. So this one's shop mica. It's £39.99. You're going to get 32 colours in total. Complete rainbow of metallics on here for you. You've got pink, you've got copper, blues, greens, lemon yellows, pearls, the lot. It's a fabulous assortment. 32 colours of mica powder there for you for £39.99. Wonderful opportunity to get those. Talking of micas, we do also have another kit on the show. Now this is a bigger selection of colours, but this one also has interference colours on here as well with iridescence. You get 52 colours inside this kit, and it's just £39.99 for this one for 52 colours, all in 3-gram tubes. You get lots inside there though. I was mixing these with our Aquastone to make a mica glaze, which you can do easily. Mix it with your resin, mix it with your wax, put it in your epoxy resins. It just looks wonderful. We also have for you these. Now this is your wick holders. They are made in-house here at Highlight Crafts with a thick mylar material. Now we designed these so that you have got an adjustable candle wick placement for multi-sized candles. This is shop holder at £4.99. You get your cross wick. This one allows you to do like a quad candle, so 4 different wicks, or a central point. You've got your tri, so again you can do 3 wicks, and also you've got your singular strip, which means you can place wicks along a larger, narrower candle holder as well. All 3 of those though are going to come to you for £4.99. Great price on that. We do then have these wicks here as well. These wicks come with sticky pads. Now this shop wick kit has got 15 pieces in total, so you can create 15 candles for £4.99, but these are extra long ones, okay? So you can see the length in here is much longer, so they'll be for your taller candles and your lanterns. Look at the size of those. Now these are all pre-waxed, so they're a rigid, stiffer wick, okay? So they stand up like this, and it means they're not going to curl up down inside the candles. So you've got lots more room to work with, and you can trim them down easily as well. A waxed wick is easier to work with. There we go. And you can also wax the, oh gosh, I'm going to write tongue twister here. You can also wax the wick that comes with your wax making kit. Gosh, that's complicated, David. So this one here is shop candle. It's £4.99, but the thread in here is unwaxed. If you wanted to wax this, all you need to do is dip it inside some melted candle wax, wear some gloves and bead it off, so thin it down, smooth it off, and it will actually wax all of it so it's stiffer, okay? But that is shop candle at £4.99. We do have some scents, however. Now we've got the sweet scents as well. You're going to get 6 different bottles inside here to play with. Now these are glorious scents. Now you've got inside here cherry, you also have mango, you've got apple, you've got strawberry, you also have peach, and you've got inside there as well lychee as well inside there. Thank you, Emily. Those 6 scents that you have got allow you to do citrus, fresh, sweet smelling candles or wax melts, depending on which one you want to use. Now, with any oils that you're working with, whether they're essential oils or fragrance oils, always make sure you're shopping and doing your research for you to make sure that they are right for you and your household as well, especially if you're going to be making them for family and friends, etc. Just make sure that you're using the correct amount. With oils, it's usually 10% of the oil is added to a formula to make a candle, so just always research and look that up. But we share them here for you on our shows so that you can do that. That is Shop Sweet at £8.99 for 6 oils. We've also got men's pubs, okay? Now inside here you might be thinking, what, am I going to make a candle that smells like a pub? Well, no, it's basically scents that go across very gentleman but very musky and very, very strong scents which are gorgeous. I love this set. Inside here you have dragon's blood. And you might be thinking, well, what does dragon's blood smell like? I've never smelled a dragon when it's bleeding. It's got a really strong musky smell. It smells wonderful. You've also got your sandalwood, which is a very, very standard home scent. So if you see your candles in big department stores, sandalwood is a great one. You've also got cedarwood, you've got bay rum, you've also got leather. The leather one is incredible. It smells literally like fresh leather. And you've also got as well sweet tobacco. You might be thinking, why would I want a candle that smells like tobacco, like a cigarette? It doesn't smell anything like it. We bought a candle when we were away on holiday and it was honey and tobacco, and it was like a really strange sounding combination, but it was one of the nicest candles I've ever bought. It smelled unreal. I don't know what it was about it, but it was just unique. So that there for you is Shop Pub, also £8.99. It should be £11.99. From there, we do also have all those candle paints. We went through these earlier, but I'm just going to quickly share with you the dies that we do have at the end of the show. So these candle dies are from Creative. They're on a full bundle price together for you. They should be £71.91. Today, though, they are down to £29.99 for 9 colours in total. Now, these are actually flakes. Now, with the flakes, they come in all these little parts. So you're going to get your blue, green, pink, red, dark blue. You're going to get grey. You're going to get a maroon colour as well inside here, which is a dark red. You're going to get beige, and you're also going to get yellow. Now, the wax, as it comes to you like this, you might be thinking, well, that's not yellow. It is when you mix it with the colourants. It's fascinating to see how far this stuff goes. All of those colours, you can create a different hue with all of them, and you can mix them together to make your own. So I've made purple, I've made loads of different tones from the colours from within, and it allows you to experiment with all of it. So this is your Christmas candle making show. These are your colours. It's shop colour $29.99, okay? Let's go back and head on over to our demo area, because you can see the candle that we made only, well, minutes ago has got this wonderful film forming on the top of it, and it means we can now move it, okay? So it's at a state where just after 5 minutes, we can move it and it can rest and sit, all right? And that will dry for us. Now, decorating your candles, I'm going to use the candle paints for this. We went through these at the top of the show. We'll be able to show all the individual bundles on your screen as well, and each and every bundle is at $18.99. So easy to decorate and paint. Now, when you've demolded your candles, it's going to be like this, okay? This one I used 2 layers of wax. I filled it half with blue, then I filled it half with the cream, okay, just as it is. And this one here, for example, is all of the cream filled up. But when you add dyes into it, like we did with the red one, this is how it looks like when you take it out, whether you've used the beige or the grey, anything at all. They just look wonderful. So let's use some paints on top of these. So because I used green here, I'm going to use a green on top. Okay, now with the Cadence candle paints, you'll notice different colours running through them. I'm just going to get my trusty paint palette out there, which you know I use all the time. I'm going to pop a little bit of my candle paint just out there. You don't need much at all. Then we're going to use a flat brush, okay, for this. There we are. And we're going to dip into our candle paint. Now, with candle paints, you can use them with a sponge or you can use them with a flat brush. It's entirely up to you. Now, this particular candle mould, how I'm going to paint it is I'm going to go up the spiraled edges like this, okay? So holding it in my hand, you can either hold it from the wick. I'm going to start to spiral up just like that from the edges that the mould has created for us. So it's going to look absolutely gorgeous. There we go. So I'm not painting the whole thing. Like the ones I've already shown you, I've painted the whole candle. Now you might be inclined to dry this quicker with a hairdryer. Don't use it on a hot setting because you will melt your candle. Trust me. First thing I ever did, I wasn't thinking properly, and I tried to dry the candle paint with a heat gun. I know, it just created a little river of wax because of course I melted the candle. So what I'm going to do is make sure to carry that around. Now, for a quick dry, room temperature, 10 minutes with a brush like that, but I'm going to take my hairdryer with no heat setting on it at all, so it's just cool air, and that's going to blast it for us like that. So I'm not adding any heat, I'm just creating a very strong draft, okay? And that will dry that relatively quickly. So you're just going to keep this over the candle. Remember, this is a water-based paint. You can use it on all candles and soaps. It works great onto soy candles and onto paraffin as well. There we are, so that should be nice and dry for us, which means that when we then go in with our second coat, it's going to look flawless. There we go. So just round with the brush, giving us a striking colour. And of course that base layer that we did, that initial coat, is very important to provide you with it's almost like the top gleaming, sparkling layer. There we are. Wonderful. Just make sure to go over every area that I've already painted. And candle painting is an incredibly therapeutic process. When you're at home painting your candles that you've made, it's so rewarding because then as well, once you've painted them, this candle wax is burnable. You can burn the candles after you've painted it. It's completely safe to do so. So it sticks to the wax and it will melt. So there you can see I've just done that singular gold, that greeny gold stripe there which wraps around the area of the candle, and it just looks phenomenal, which means if you were to continue going round with that, whichever colour you want to, look at this one here, this pink one I did, and that uses that wonderful cyclamen colour around a pink-based candle, which is just, I mean, it's unreal. Then what you could do when it's like this is you could mix your colours together. So I'm going to pop this in my cup of tea because I've not got a water pot, so that brush has gone inside my tea. And then what I'm going to do is bring out another colour. So I'm going to make sure to wash that mug. I need to remember that after this show. There we go. So we've got that gold, and then we're going to get another brush, okay? And then we're going to take our candle and dip ever so gently into the gold, and we're going to carry this up now from the bottom of the candle. So this gold is going to sort of like ombre in. So I'm just using it relatively lightly, okay? So I'm going from the bottom of the candle like this. There we go. And I'm almost dry brushing with the candle paint, okay? So it's like wrapping and curling around that area. So look at that, now we've got that gold starting to go through from the bottom of the candle up towards the top. And I've left this stripe here unpainted so you can see the difference from where it started to where it's wound up. There we go. So adding that paint in again. And you also, if you're thinking, right, I'm going to start the candle making at some point, but for now I just want to paint some candles, this paint will go directly onto shop-bought candles. So if the pillar candles, tea lights, citronellas, candles for the dining table, like taper ones, you can paint all of them, okay? It doesn't mean that it's not going to work on an unhandmade candle, a shop-bought one. It will absolutely work on all of them. So again, I'm just going to wrap around here with that paint. And I'm only doing the bottom of the candle, which means I can hold it and rotate it all. So make it easier for yourself. Or if so, just do half of it and come back to it when the other half is dry. There we are. So just bring in that gold. And then what we can do is just add a little bit at the top as well. A little bit of gold around the top of that candle. And this is where these gifts are then going in hampers. You know, you've made a handmade Christmas candle. And a lot of people, I don't know about everybody else, some people celebrate Christmas from like Christmas Day onwards. Some people celebrate Christmas from the start of December right through up until Christmas Day, and then right through probably till after New Year's Day. But a lot of people start to celebrate Christmas actually on the day and afterwards. I'm not quite sure when the 12 days actually is meant to start, but if anyone knows, please let me know, because everyone is different. But it means for Christmas you could get a wonderful candle that you might not want to burn. I mean, we've got Christmas candles that come out every year. They're for display, and we've got some that we burn, it depends. But there's like a few candles that we got while we were away on holiday for different markets and stuff. But if you're going to gift these, look how wonderful they look when they're painted. They're absolutely gorgeous. And that is done so easily and so quickly. Again, all you need to create your candles is you want your melting pot kit, which I'm going to recap for you, and those moulds. Oh, I've dropped the hairdryer was on my lap. Those moulds, and you want to also get the kit. So these Christmas tree moulds, lowest price they have ever been for you. They're phenomenal. They're easy release, so quite literally you unfold it like this and the candles pop out. We demolded one at the start of the show. That candle as well, when you've actually filled these up, the bigger one you probably want to wait around about 4 to 5 hours. The smaller one is probably about 2 to 3 hours before you can demold it. Let's have a little look. Hi David, have you tried fexofenadine for hay fever? They're brilliant. Oh, Kim, thank you very much. I'll give that a try. Everyone as well, I love us in the comments. Sorry about the camera chaos. We have removed the offending piece of equipment that did that. But these molds are astounding. I love them to bits. They're from Creative. Creative is a reliable brand that we're in partnership here with at Highlight Crafts, distributing their products at exceptional prices for you. This is a never seen before price on this Christmas tree mold. If you previously bought this on any one of our shows, now is the time to stock up and get a second pair, okay? Because it means you can create more, craft more, paint more, and have more in your home. I can visualize everyone on their windowsills or mantelpieces having loads of these trees, creating a fabulous village, because we've got more molds on the way which are going to create that village for you. So you need to be able to make the trees to go with it. $10.99 for 2 molds within one is a great combined price. It will go for candles, soaps, resin cast, a lot. All of that will be covered. In fact, I'm just going to grab here for you to quickly show at the end of the show This are the ones I created using the resin cast. So they're made from pot. I then set them into two little pots, which I also filled with resin, so it created a way, and wrapped them in Hessian fabric. So they created two lovely little mantelpiece Christmas trees, and then just topped them with glitter. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us for the show. Please don't forget to check out your baskets. I've loved it. I'm so sorry the Christmas molds sold out. We're working on getting them back, and we'll let you know when they're back in stock. Don't go anywhere now. There's another show coming up, and I'll see you very soon. Have a great day.